Welcome to the Solemn Vanguard channel. If you don't know, I currently have COVID, so that's why I haven't been uploading for shit. It's been something. However, we have Overdress news, so of course I need to cover it. Now, if you still need to pre-order anything from Clan Selection or Overdress, you can do so at 50cards.shop and use the code Solemn, link in the description. This way you can ensure that 50 cards can afford to pay my medicine. No, that's not true. Yeah, if you need any Overdress StarTech, Clan Selection bundle, Nation bundle, whatever, they have it all. Code Solemn gets you a discount. But so today, we had our Angelica, is that it? Regalia. Continues on V. All of your rearguards with Divine Gauge cannot be chosen by your opponent's card effects and get power plus 5k. Auto on V. When it attacks, choose up to 2 of your rearguards and put up to 1 card from your soul face down as a Divine Gauge for each of those units. Finally, at the end of your opponent's turn, discard 5 Divine Gauges and heal a card from your damage zone. So personally, I have never played this, so I don't know how good this is. At least I'm aware that if you're playing Premium, the fact that the last skill triggers at the end of your opponent's turn, that means that it can be played with strides and so forth. But I don't know if we actually have enough Divine Gauge support to really make that worthwhile. I have spoken to Mohammed, who is a huge Regalia fan, and so, you know, he's been trying to make Regale work in Premium for quite a while. I'm pretty sure he's managing. I don't know how well Norn works together with this whole Divine Gauge thing. So, you know, if you're trying this out, let me know. But the heal, you know, I imagine is pretty good. I don't know if this is actually impactful in Standard though. Like, everything in Clan Selection is basically 2 tiers below the actual power level of V right now. I do love the art, however. We also got the new mechanic, the Overdress mechanic. Yeah, they've been keeping this secret from us, but Overdress is an actual mechanic. So first we need to realize, hello, this is Trickstar. Trickstar skill continues on R. This unit cannot be chosen by your opponent's card effects. That is all it does. It's a 5k grade 0, 5k shield, and it just has a form of resist. The reason for this, however, is the new Overdress mechanic. So how does this work? Well, we have Virina here, and you can essentially call that over the Trickstar. And then that unit is in the Overdress state. So the Trickstar is then basically Overdress material underneath Virina. And then if your unit is in Overdress state, he has a special skill. So in case of Virina here, the Overdress skill is auto on R. When this unit in the Overdress state attacks a Vanguard, this unit gets power plus 10k, then costs Soul Blast 2, choose one of your opponent's rearguards and retire it. So obviously this is not a super exciting skill right here. It's just a trial deck card. It's also a Dragon Empire trial deck card, so we could already kind of assume that it was gonna do some poppity pop pop, and you know, there's not many ways to get super creative with retires. We'll see how that develops further. I'm sure that there's far more exciting ones coming as we progress beyond the trial decks. But regardless, now we at least know the Overdress mechanic. Now we also got Nirvana's skill. The full name is Chakrabarti Divine Dragon Nirvana. Holy hell. Act on V once per turn, discard a card from your hand, choose a grade 0 card from your drop and call it to R. So this means it can just revive your Trickstar, and that way you can overdress more easily. I don't know if there's any abuse you can do. I suppose you could revive Conroe in Premium. That's pretty interesting. I don't know if that's actually worth it, but you know, you always got to consider all of the new little interactions you're getting out of this. And then the second skill is auto on V. When this unit attacks, cost counterblast 1, and this unit and all of your units with the Overdress ability get power plus 10k. Once again, for a trial deck card, okay, it's not super exciting, it's not super flashy, it's just the same old. You know how I've been memeing that V was all counterblast 1, gain 5k. Well, now we're in Overdress. Now it's counterblast 1, gain 10k. But regardless, you know, I'm not gonna judge. It's a trial deck. And again, Dragon Empire historically hasn't had the most interactive decks, usually. So I'm not judging too hard just yet. But from an, you know, interesting design perspective, it's not as cool as Clan Selection, which I kinda get, because it's the new era, so they can't, you know, instantly make everything wah for a new player. On the other hand, though, I do hope that we move away from these types of skills a bit quicker than we did in V, because in V, like, this stuff just went on and on and on and on. I'm hoping that's not the standard. I'm hoping this is just the way Dragon Empire will be in the first start deck, and then new cards get added, and then we get back to the interesting clan selection-like and G-like design. Not that I'm saying clan selection is as interesting as G, because that wouldn't be true either, but it is cool. Clan selection is very cool design. Now, we also have some questions and answers for this mechanic, just in case. If I do not perform Overdress for Virina, am I unable to call it? No, you can still call Virina. You can just normal call it, superior call it, that's all okay, it just won't be overdressed. My Vanguard is grade 1, but can I perform Overdress on my rearguard Trickstar and place Virina on top? No, you cannot. So your overdressing rearguard needs to be the same grade or lower as your Vanguard. Question, is the original dress card Trickstar kept in Soul? No, it is not. So you cannot Soul Blast a Trickstar out of your overdress thing. Next up, what happens when Virina retires from Overdress? In the event that Virina retires, it goes to the drop zone together with the original dress Trickstar. This does not mean the original dress Trickstar is retired, however. It is the same for when moving to other areas like hand, damage, bind, and soul. Question, when Virina is superior called, can you overdress on top of Trickstar that is on a rearguard circle? No, you cannot. So this is interesting, because if you want to be able to use the overdress mechanic in Grand Blue, you can't, because, well, none of your revives will trigger this. So it'll be interesting to see how they make Stoicheia, if it still retains any Grand Blue-ish powers, how they will make that work with Overdress, because you clearly can't. Now, you can revive your dress material, original dress as they call it here, but we already saw Dragon Empire do that as well. So that's going to be interesting how they tackle that. Perhaps we'll see more Greed Shade-like skills where you add the dress card, like the Overdress card, back to hand and then overdress over it. I don't really know. We'll see how that works. Then, can Virina in Overdress mode intercept? Yes, it can intercept. And it keeps the original shield. So that's a new Overdress mechanic. Obviously, this first type is very, very simple. Nothing special, nothing hype. We'll see how they build from here, of course. Overall, I do notice that this will take up a lot of deck space. You will have your original dress, and then you also need the Overdress card itself. So, you know, running both, you'll always have 8 copies of that, unless you have a lot of searchers. So that also makes sense why we have a ride deck then. Because imagine if you were forced into running a lot of grade 1s. That would hurt quite a lot, because you really need that ride consistency and overdress consistency. So it's interesting to see how they'll try to fix that. Hope you found it interesting. Be sure to like, subscribe. And again, if you still need to pre-order anything, clan selection or overdress nation bundle start decks, 50cards.shop. Use the code Solemn to get a discount. And I will see you soon. Ciao.